Hello and welcome to my first Kev versus video. I'm Kev, and with me is DOCTORBENJY FM. Say hello, Ben.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Dr. Benji FM, as introduced.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't mention it was a professional introduction. I did my very best there.
I do know what, I've had worse introductions, but I've also had better introductions.
Well, see,
so.
that's worrying because that was my A game. So that it's not getting any better from there. So
it's a strong start. Yeah, it's a strong start.
Excellent. Basically, the plan for what we're going to do here, we're going to have a little bit of a draft game. I've never done it before, so Ben's going to win, and that's generally going to be the gist of how this series works. I'm gonna lose to other YouTubers while they laugh at how bad I am, probably. I
can be a part of that. Yeah,
excellent.
That's essentially what I've signed up for. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's get into picking some players then, while I sit here and plan some questions to ask you. Because I'm
how exciting.
Oh, you've got first pick. That's
yes.
Good because I don't know what I'm doing. So we've got a budget. We've got 250 million pounds to spend.
Now, this is I feel like I'm the guinea pig to your first ever draft.
Yeah, and my first ever video with someone else in as well. So you really are the guinea pig.
What an well, I was going to say it was an honour until you called me a guinea pig again. So, I don't know whether to go for players that are good in quality or have got personal meaning.
In the interest of me winning, I'm happy for you to avoid quality at all costs.
All right, I'm gonna open proceedings with Danny Graham then.
Excellent.
I feel like it's a logical pick for me. So,
well, on that basis, I probably have to pick my hero, from my game, which if I can figure out how to search for a player, would be
you can do it at the top if it helps.
I'm doing it at the top. There you go. So I am going for Thierry Ambrose isn't in the game. I've not done a big enough database. I've got no Thierry Ambrose.
I thought you were the teacher. I feel like
I'm devastated. Right, well, I want anyone with the name Ambrose then. I don't care who it is. I'm picking him. Right, Effie Ambrose is a defender who plays for Celtic. He's in. There you go. I've drafted him. He's going to be my captain. Oh, me again. Right, here we go.
Actually, you've got 3 picks in a row. Is this? Oh, no, have you actually drafted him yet? You've not drafted him yet.
I pressed the draft button. Stupid game.
Pick player. You've got 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm going to randomly pick someone now. Then right there you go. Pick player from draft. Yeah,
it's a strong start.
Oh, Danny Rose as well. I had him in my Spurs save, so he can play for me as well. Now I'm going to pick properly.
Okay. Oh, so it's back on me already. Right. Well, I'll do my best. All right.
Effie Ambrose, you are the man that I want. So while you're there working away, doing your picking.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of the other things we're looking to do this isn't just me picking players I've never heard of for a draft. I wanted to just sort of have a bit of a chat with you as an elder statesman of the YouTube game. Because I'm a newbie. I don't really know what I'm doing in all this. I'm still figuring it all out. I've only been going since October. And yours was the reason I asked you to be the first person to come on here and do one of these videos with is because yours was the first video I watched, actually.
Which video was it?
Guess which series was the one that introduced me to you.
Oh, it could well have been Girlfriend vs FM, but it could
that's exactly what it was. It was.
Oh, was it really that?
It really was because I
Sure, go by the way. I feel like I'm helping you.
Yeah, that's fine. I need the help. Right. Oh, I know that name. I just saw a goalkeeper I know the name of, and now he's gone again off my thing.
Was it David De Gea?
No, it was Chesney. As I was scrolling through, I thought, Ron Robert Zieler. I've had him before years ago. I'll pick him. I know that name. This is going to be the worst team you've ever played against. The thing is, if I beat you with this team, imagine what that does to your rep around these parts.
I mean, so far I've picked Danny Graham, Victor Valdez, and Miles Jedinak. So I'm not sure how seriously I'm taking this.
There you go. I've got Martial in now because I know that name as well.
Okay.
I didn't know. I've played Football Manager for like 20 years, but I didn't know it was a thing on YouTube. I didn't really know YouTube was a thing until about 6 months ago. And my other half has been nagging at me to do something on YouTube for years. And I just thought, well, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do Football Manager. There can't be anyone who watches Football Manager on YouTube. How boring must that be? So I searched for it, and I can't remember what I put in. I've tried to replicate the search over the last couple of days to try and make your video come up again as the top thing, and it doesn't. So I don't know I can't imagine what I put in. It might just be my girlfriend is making me do Football Manager YouTube videos or something, or something like that.
Yeah, that probably works, actually. I've not tried that. That probably works.
And yours came up, I thought, hang about, this is funny. This isn't just spreadsheet stuff. I never knew you could put personality into this as well. I might have to investigate this further. And then I watched a bit of Parma Drama. And then we were only about a month, 6 weeks away from FM16 coming out then. So it kind of, I'd kind of just carried on watching, clicked on the links that you had on your channel, and started watching all the people that you had on your thing, and it all snowballed from there. So that's why I wanted you to come on first, because as far as I'm concerned, you invented both Football Manager and YouTube.
I've been telling people that for a little while now. Actually, that's my new thing. This is all me. Miles Jacobson takes a lot of credit on Twitter, but little does he know that I was the brains behind it all. But that's very nice to hear. I didn't know that, so it's very nice to hear. But yeah, I think what you're saying that you didn't know people do it. I think there are still a lot of people that play the game that are in a very similar boat to how you were. Because I was the same person 4 years ago. I found the space, and it was just, this is different. This is interesting. And then you kind of, you must have obviously had the moment of, do you know what? This is something I can do, and I'm going to try it. And,
absolutely.
And now look at you. Look what you've achieved since.
Yeah, I'm learning to play an online game. Talking to that chap who introduced me to it all.
Yeah, the creator of Football Manager.
Exactly. For my first interview as well. You know, it's I can't imagine where I go from here. But yeah, it's been an odd. So it's been 4 or 5 months probably since I watched that first video. So it's all very odd. And then he just chuckles. And then
it is odd. Like, it is quite odd. And so I agree with you.
Yeah, I still can't fully get my head around. I realise this is sorry, people who are watching this on my channel. I still don't really get it. I watch a lot myself now, but part of me thinks, well, I didn't watch any of it until I started doing it. So I don't know. It's all very strange, but loads and loads of fun. So how long have you been involved in doing it? Because I've dug back into the history of your channel, and it it obviously starts with you exploding onto the YouTube scene, having come over from Twitch. Is that right? So
that's good research. Not many people know that, but that's quick and good research. Yeah.
See, I played stupid in our little pre video chat, but I've done some research. I'm good at it. I've just realised I've already spent nearly my entire budget, and I don't know if I've got a team yet. This is
Well, we'll go to 18 players. I think you've got
what? For goodness sake, I need to put a limit on this. I don't even know what players I've been picking. This is devastatingly bad.
I'm doing what's known as the space tactics of draft picking at the moment.
Well, enlighten me. What does that
mean? I've just picked Ronaldo at this point.
Oh, for goodness sake, I've got no. My closest thing to Ronaldo I've got is probably Cesc Fabregas, maybe. And I don't really know where. I've got about 5 central midfielders, and I've not got any. I've got that one defender who I got at the start because his surname's Ambrose.
I've picked another player just to be level with you on money.
Oh, who have you? I've scrolled up. Who have you done? Have you ruined me now?
No, I'm just playing.
Just Messi as well.
Just playing a lovely bit of draft mode.
Yeah, I did say this was going to be me getting beaten repeatedly. My time is ticking, isn't it? And I'm too busy looking.
Yeah.
I've stopped looking at positions now. I'm now looking at prices, and I can't find any defenders.
So yeah, I started. I'll go back to your question. So I started on Twitch and did Twitch for about 6 months without ever thinking. I'd done YouTube before. I'd done YouTube in 2008 and done like vlogging. I was one of the first people that were sort of doing vlogging. So I know quite a few of the vloggers who do it now. Okay. And some obviously disappeared, and some have gone on to bigger and 5 million more things. And then I sort of had a hiatus of not doing anything on YouTube, but just watching and thinking, there's something I could do there, something different, and it just took a long time. I didn't have the equipment. I think a lot of people go through the same thing of just not having the equipment to start. Like, they want to start, but actually having the stuff to start and knowing what that stuff is takes a little bit of time. So I got into streaming almost by accident. It was Jack was streaming one day Work the space. And I'll pick that name up. Back on the table. And he just said, you should stream. So I was like, well, I don't really know how. So I figured out how. And essentially, it just went from there. So I did 6 months of that. And then it became a point of, I want to get back into YouTube. I want to do YouTube again. It was always something I was quite passionate about. And it's gone far better this time around than it did the last time. And I feel like I'm almost... I feel like it's a bit of a second chance. So I take it quite seriously because I don't want to mess up that second chance, essentially. But yeah, I love doing it, and like it allows you to do things like this, which I think is arguably some of the most fun parts of doing it. Are doing things like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I'm enjoying it so far. It's obviously my debut.
There's plenty of time for it to go wrong. I mean,
yeah, and I won't enjoy it as soon as the game starts because I'm trying to look through these players I've picked, and I'm devastated at what I've done. I can't believe it's gone so badly wrong. Right, I'm getting another goalkeeper. I don't care. Kasper Schmeichel must be good. I remember his dad. So that's my basis. I mean, he's top of the league, isn't he? That must be
solid logic. Best keeper in the league based on that.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Right. I probably need another striker. I don't think I've got any.
You were saying there, like you were trying to convince yourself.
Yeah. I'm actually taking a long, hard look at Ricky Lambert, thinking, well, I've not got much money left. I remember him when he was playing in League One. He was quite good.
A lot of managers have done that in the last 5 years. Looked at Ricky Lambert and gone, well, I've not got much money left. But do it anyway.
There you go. Joel Campbell. I remember him in the World Cup. Hopefully he'll bring his World Cup form in. So how long's it been on YouTube now?
So I started in August-ish, 2000, and it was sort of the beginning of September, end of August 2014. So about a year and a half.
Okay,
yeah,
so
about a year and a half, 18 months.
Fair to say things have taken off fairly quickly for you then, because you just passed the 20,000 subscriber mark. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
it was a case of like I went into it this time sort of with a plan of how I was going to do it and what I was going to do, and I'm a strong believer that to get the most out of doing YouTube, you have to put the most in, and they're the people that put the most in tend to get the most out. And it's not like an accident of that happening. It's just that's essentially what ends up happening. So I always wanted to, if I was going to do it, I wanted to put like my full effort into doing it. And as you say, it's gone all right. You know, I'm very pleased with how it's gone. So I don't know where we'll be this time next year, but so far so good.
So if you again, I'm going to go back to you being the elder statesman of all this. What would be your top tips for someone looking to get into it now? Because I've already had a couple of questions along those lines from people, and my response is, I haven't got a clue. I've not been doing this very long. I'm still making it up as I go along. You've already picked George Boyd, you monster! My favourite player of all time. I've got him highlighted on my screen just as he's ticked over on yours. I have a signed photograph of that man in my house. I can't believe I've left it to this pick.
Sorry. Based on that now, he may well start ahead of Ronaldo, just to add as much insult to injury as possible.
I don't think I could handle it if he scored against me. I'm now looking for any other former Peterborough players who might be in this draft. There are none. I'm going to have I'm going to have to resort to Ryan Bennett or Russell Martin here, I think. Oh, Lee Tomlin exists. Yeah. Lee Tomlin exists.
My girlfriend actually went to the same school as Ryan Bennett when he was there at the school. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to... I've got no time left. I need to draft Bennett.
You've passed... You've got another pick.
There you go. I'll have Lee Tomlin then.
You've lost out big time now from this pool of players.
Well, I've got £4 million left to spend, so, anything could have happened there.
Yeah, I mean you're about right going for players like Ryan Bennett and Russell Martin in terms of cost. Then that might work out quite well.
Ryan Bennett was a superstar when he played for Posh, so I'll happily have him appear in my side because I don't think I've got any other defenders. It'll be him and Ambrose off of Celtic. Apart from the fact you're probably going to now steal him from me. Now,
Ryan Bennett?
Yeah, this is reverse psychology here. Now I want you to have Ryan Bennett in your team. I know how to exploit him. Oh, double bluff him. What's happening here?
We'll see how much Ryan Bennett is.
He's £2.5 million.
Is he? How can I turn that down?
Oh, for goodness sake! Right, Russell Martin. Then there you go.
I just feel like I picked a song before that as well. I've gone for a Norwich partnership. It turns out.
See, one of my favourite moments in football was a few years ago when Norwich had an entire back four of former Peterborough players. And Russell Martin and Ryan Bennett were amongst them. Russell Martin isn't in the game. Is he Russ now? Has he gone?
I don't know.
Let's have a look. Why would Bennett be there and Martin not?
So who else was part of that back four? Adam Drury was part of that back four.
Adam Drury, and there was a lad who was on loan to us from West Ham many years ago, and I can't even remember his name. He played like 2 loan games for us. I can't remember his name. He was rubbish.
Was it Elliot Ward?
Yes, it was Elliot Ward. He was the 4th one.
There you are. That's some knowledge for you. Go on, dear me, I'm on it.
So that was a former Peterborough back four playing in the Premier League, and it's so very.
You've got 10
exciting.
seconds, by the way.
Oh, I haven't got. It's not letting me take Luis Suarez, but unbelievably.
I know. Who knew he wouldn't be affordable at this point?
Yeah, exactly. Right, I need to value £4 million. Here we go. I'm gonna get. I've got nothing.
I'm on my last pick now. I'm gonna go for a Football Manager Hall of Famer when I get my pick.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and guess who it. Oh, he's got a good name. Oh, Oliver Norwood. I've had him before. I'll pick him. I don't even know whether he still plays football, but he's in.
I'm trying to think. Did I give advice before? You asked me to give. I don't think I gave any.
No, it's because you then stole George Boyd. It seems your advice was steal everyone else's heroes.
I mean, yeah, it's a full. I'm going to complete my draft. It's now just down to you.
Yeah, I'm going to complete mine. I have no money left. I mean, I might see if I've got anyone I can get for my last £1 million. Yeah. See if there's any silly names or any. I mean, he's a former player of mine as well. Jerry St. Just. I'll have him. There you go. I've completed my draft as well.
I like it. Well done. Yes. You've officially completed your first draft. I feel like we should do a round of applause just for the.
I'm clapping myself now because otherwise, it's not a round if we don't both clap. So
no, exactly. That was. I feel like it's gone surprisingly well for me there.
You wait and see. I mean, I've been bluffing all the way through. You wait and see what I've got in store for you when my team appears.
Okay, I look forward to it. It's going to be. I think it's in terms of advice. Again, I'm going to back to your question. I think it massively depends actually on what you want to get out of it. I think there are 2 ways to approach YouTube. There is I'm doing this for fun. I don't care how things go. I just want to enjoy it. Maybe I'll interact with people that do the same thing as me. Or there's the route of I want to grow and I want to be somewhat successful in that area and I want to see where that lands me. And I think both are just as fun as each other and you can do both at the same time. But it depends which one you favour more to what advice I'd give. I think if you're doing it for fun, then that's quite literally my advice of do this for fun. Like, don't stress about it. Do it when you want. Don't have an upload schedule. Don't force yourself to do it when you don't want to do it. Just enjoy it. Whereas if you're doing it to grow, then watch other people. Take time with things. Don't rush things. Don't think. I did a podcast recently with a 2-man brunch party. Did you listen to it?
I did listen to it. Yes.
Oh, you actually did. I was joking about it. I
did.
But I said on that you should never try to appeal to an audience that you don't already have. You should focus on the audience that care to begin with, and you have to develop a relationship with that audience. Now, whether that's 10 people or 10,000 people, it doesn't really matter, because if you can get a level of interaction with those people and then grow that and expand that, then that's so much more valuable than just doing things for the sake of people that might watch it once. And I think that's really important. So don't be afraid to take your time with it. Don't do this silly idea of quantity over quality. Do quality first, and then do like a lot of quality.
Yeah.
Get to that point rather than just doing video after video after video and it never getting any better. So
yeah. I mean, the learning curve in it all is absolutely massive. It's ridiculous. And like you say, when you were talking about how you were doing it before, the kit you need can be quite a sort of barrier to entry to the whole thing. Because I know we're only going back to October, but I was doing it on an 11-inch netbook using it's a MacBook, so it's got QuickTime on there. So I was using QuickTime as my screen recorder, a headset microphone that I had knocking around from playing online games, and it's very quickly. I've spent too much money on it already, I think, because I'm an obsessive kind of person. So as soon I've got the bug for this, I like this. So I mean, we're probably going back a couple of months now where I was pestering you on Twitter. What camera do you use, Ben? What camera do you use? I need to buy a camera. And I went out and bought a new PC, which I can't even use because I have to record in the garage because my family are in the house. Bought this big shiny gaming PC that I can play the game on when I'm not recording, but when I am recording, I have to come out into the garage and use my dodgy old laptop. So,
can't you move the computer to the garage?
Oh, believe me, that is an ongoing battle.
Sorry, I feel like I shouldn't have mentioned.
No, that's fine. I'm going to take that as a clip. You told me to do YouTube. Well, this fella who I started watching, he's quite good at it. He agrees that we should move the laptop to the garage.
I mean, I'll appeal now to anyone that's stopping Kev from fulfilling his true potential. That the garage needs to be his personal space, and the best equipment must be in that garage.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
So, I mean, if you want that voice clipped, then there you are.
Absolutely. I'm now determined to make this the first one of my videos that she's ever watched.
Cheers.
I'll have to take a clip because she won't get this far in.
No,
she'll have got as far as, oh, not George Boyd again. I'm fed up of hearing about that man, and she'd have turned off then. I realise I'm picking my team here, and I'm looking at it, and I've got to the point where I've managed to get Danny Rose and Luke Shaw as left back options, but in central midfield I'm having to play Oliver Norwood because I don't have anyone else.
Yeah,
I think that might be my inexperience showing there.
Yeah, I've got the same problem actually. I don't know whether to play Messi as a trequartista or a deep lying forward. It's similar issues.
It's not big and clever to show up just because you've done it before.
I mean, would you play Ronaldo as a winger or an inside forward?
I'd play him at right back, and that's my tip for you. Actually, he's a cracking right back.
Inside forward it is then. All right,
that's not really what I said, was it? Right, I'm pretty close to having a picked team now. Which,
I'm ready when you are.
Let me hit a preview button then. See, you've got your logo on there, and I've just got the generic logo because I don't understand how things work. Oh, I've not selected a captain. Yes, Cesc Fabregas can be my captain. I hear he's always a positive influence on a team. I have got Fabregas.
Good.
I've got Fabregas, Norwood, and Ramsey. That midfield people have dreamed of for many years in my midfield three.
If it goes wrong for Chelsea, that may well be a reality.
Right, where's my list of questions? See, I am organised. I've planned all this stuff in advance, and I did ask you before if there was anything that was off limits, and I have to talk to you about your Twitter account because I personally find it quite entertaining watching you on Twitter, and I have to ask. Is any of it tongue in cheek, or is it? What's the deal there? Because you seem to before I became a teacher and had to become a grown up, I used to love I'm bored. I'm gonna go on Twitter and see who bites. Is there? I'm gonna stop talking and let you answer.
Okay, I don't feel like I say anything. I mean, I didn't think you were gonna. When you said, "Can we talk about anything?" I thought you meant like religion, but no, we can go this way. I honestly don't feel like I say anything that I wouldn't be able to like back up. If someone said, "Oh, why have you said that?" I always feel like I've got a reason for saying what I've said. I think a lot of people have got this. Like, I've never been questioned about my tweets. I think I just say things, and people get sort of needlessly annoyed by them or read into them too much. I don't think I ever say anything that's that bad, really. I feel like I say things that might. I mean, if people want to come and talk to me about it privately, about things that they are annoyed about, I often give people the opportunity to say, look, if you want to come and talk about it, then I'm happy to talk about it. I think if it's like a football remark, if it's something about that's a bit close. Oh, dearie me.
Tell you what, it's Oliver Norwood pulling the strings there. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I never intentionally say something to rile anybody up unless it's like football based, and I might like say it about Arsenal fans or something. And in that case, it's just football chat, and it's not like I'm not going after anyone personally. I do think people have got this. So I think some people might have a preconceived idea of what I'm like, and then that judges how they read my tweets.
Oh, what's just happened?
Yes. And that maybe influences how they react to things I say. But I never mean anything aggressively. I'm never angry when I'm tweeting. Like if people tweet me silly stuff, then I just laugh about it because I think it's funny. But I'm not doing it intentionally to get that laugh or anything. It's just I think people overreact occasionally.
Yeah, you do seem to attract them, and it's and sometimes I mean I am a loser, and I do sit there and sometimes trace back through the conversations just to try and work out what's going on. And
I often do the same thing.
And it is quite hard to sometimes. Oh, who let him have the ball there?
Yeah, sorry. That's Messi and Ronaldo are dishing it out.
I thought we agreed they were going to be your fullbacks.
I mean, at half time, I can make the switch.
To be honest, it's probably going to be too late then.
That's the idea.
I don't understand. I've got 4 central midfielders and I'm being seriously overrun in midfield. I'm not happy. Norwood's not doing what he was. And Danny Rose is the worst player on the pitch. What is happening there? He knows he's the only one who's got competition for his place. Luke Shaw warming up like nobody's business. But yeah, sometimes I just can't work out where they start. It's mad, these Twitter things that go on, and I don't know. It's an odd one.
I agree. I think sometimes you probably can't find where it starts because it starts over nothing, and that's why you can't find the beginning because you probably read it and go, "Hang on, has he said something else there, or is that all he said?" And then you probably just think, "Oh well, I don't." And then you just at that point you click off because you think, "Well, this doesn't make any sense." Mm. So yeah, which is the best thing to do.
At that point, I start messaging people saying, "What happened? Did you see what happened? How did it start?"
Don't. You're the worst of them all. Then.
I tell you what, it's better than EastEnders. I love it.
You're the person I hate. I hate people that just talk about it and don't know about it.
But I want to know what's going on. It's interesting. I've followed like 50 Football Manager people in the last few months, and it's my Twitter stream is full of it these days. And if something explodes, I want to know what's going on. It's so exciting.
A lot of people don't realise as well that a lot of conversations happen which aren't on Twitter. So there's a bit that happens on Twitter and then it either goes to Skype or direct messages and it's like, and then in my mind it's finished and then someone else will bring it up and I'll go, look, it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, it is. It's a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then it just goes back and forth for ages. And I'll be honest, I'm sick of it. So
yeah, I can imagine. It's
I wish it didn't happen.
Yeah.
We could all just be friends.
Well, that's
ideal.
I don't really get why that's not the case because for many years I've done podcasts and whatnot, and one of the first things when I came over to YouTube was, and I remember having this conversation with some podcast people saying, "Tell you what, the big difference I've noticed about YouTube is how friendly and how supportive everyone is. Everyone seems to get along." And then I got deeper and deeper into it, and I don't really get why. I don't get it because it's not like we're competing with each other. I'm forever looking for new videos to watch. So if someone else comes along and is making good content, that's a good thing. That brings more people in to watching Football Manager videos overall. And I don't know. I don't get whether some of it stems from jealousy or, because you've got all those subscribers.
I would never dare suggest that might be what it is.
No.
But like maybe it is, and if it is, then I'm bringing George Boyd on, by the way. I just think that's
if he scores, I've just brought Lee Tomlin on, so it's the battle of those two.
I brought Danny Graham and George Boyd on. I put Messi and Ronaldo at fullback, just on your request.
Good.
We'll see how this goes. Actually, I should probably put them on attacking wing backs.
No, it's all right. Limited fullbacks.
No, I'll stick him on. Yeah, a complete wing back attack probably. Actually.
Oh, this isn't going to be good. See, I have put some wide players on now, so I've got Tomlin and Mata out wide to show those two what real attacking players are like.
Okay, well, good luck.
yeah, we find Luke Shaw's on as well because Danny Rose upset me. I'm not going to ever play him ever again in anything.
Oh. Well, you're not the first manager to say that either. So it's all right.
See, I only signed him because he's another one with a posh connection. I did try and put together a full team of former posh players, but unbelievably, there weren't that many in the database to pick from. Which I don't really understand that. That was
Ronaldo's big quote.
I'm going to score here. Look.
No, Ronaldo. Victor Valdez, too good.
Yeah, that was not really what I had in mind. I've had some shots. We've had 2 clear-cut chances each, so really, I think it's fairly safe to call this an even match. I think if we're judging this on clear-cut chances, which I think is what we agreed on at the start, wasn't it?
Yeah, that or corners. I mean, whatever you want. Yeah.
Corners. I like. So why aren't I scoring? Anthony Martial isn't having the best game of his career. Well, he's where I spent all my money, so he needs to up his game really.
I'm going to start looking for the overlap.
Oh, here you go. Tomlin's in. That was like a one-handed save there.
We're fine.
Oh, ridiculous. So
no, I don't understand the Twitter thing. To sum up, in summary, people if you don't like it, you shouldn't follow me. That's essentially the rule people should have.
Sounds fair. Hey! I see. I had him years ago well, not years ago because he's quite young, but he was rubbish when I signed him for Posh about a year and a half ago. But now he's my hero. I still don't know how to say his name. But
you've forced me to move Messi and Ronaldo out of.
Well, I don't know that that's fair. I think
George Boyd's going to come to a more natural left-sided position now.
Well, see, I always preferred him through the middle.
I brought Ryan Bennett on as well, obviously.
Ah, right. Let's exploit him.
It's a strong strategy.
Right. Last question then, because the clock is ticking down. What are your plans for YouTube and all this stuff going forward? Where's Dr. Benj FM going to be in a year's time?
Well, hopefully private plane. That'd be nice. But that seems unlikely. I
tell you what, it's too old.
I feel like I've been baited into putting him. First off, you put Messi and Ronaldo out wide. See how that works.
Mind games. You've been that's just total mind games there.
I feel true. In terms of what I'm going to be doing, I think I'm currently doing Salford, and I think Salford will probably go till the middle of May. I don't know. That's probably about right. But I'm basing it kind of on what happened last year. And this time last year, I was sort of concluding the FM League at this point last year. And a good segue. Talking of the FM League, that'll probably come back in June. People will be able to watch that in June, and that'll be 16 people. We're doing 4 groups, and then sort of there'll be an upper bracket and a lower bracket of winners and losers, and it'll be good. There's a lot of plans.
The admin on that sounds horrific. How long does that take you to manage all that stuff?
Last year I did. So, this is just ridiculous now. I feel tricked.
That's the man who's exploiting Ryan Bennett, by the way.
Yes, it's worked very well. Last year I did like sort of my own videos against other people, then I did a weekend extra show, and the extra shows would take 10 hours or so to do each one, and I intend on doing those again this year. Probably won't be as many, but I think last year I did 9 extra shows, maybe 8. No, 10 extra shows last year. So that's quite a lot of work for a single video. They're about 20 minutes long, and so that took a while. And in terms of admin, I took this is very Football Manager-y nerdy, if you know what I mean. I took all of the average ratings from every single player, so that within the extra shows I could then give averages to all the players. And I have a massive Google Docs document on all of that.
That sounds fantastic.
Which I had to manually put in all the stuff on, which was great. It allowed for an extra dimension. Well, like in the final, we got commentary on it. Jack and Matt, as in Second Yellow Card and World Space, the commentary, and I was able to feed them loads of different bits of sort of information they could mention through it, like who had the best ratings, who had the worst ratings, and things like that, what the scores were, who win records and things like that, which was really cool. I hadn't thought about the fact I'd be doing that again this time until right now, so that stressed me out. But that's
the FM League is cancelled.
Well, yeah, it's now going to be 2 weeks long. It's just going to be me. So look forward to it. Come on, Lionel. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly distract myself by scoring a goal there. It's a shame.
I've got a lot of yellow cards, I've noticed. That's a problem. Maybe.
And then, so there'll be a save after Salford. The FM League's coming back in June. And then me and Jack, I'm not going to say who it is this time, I've said it enough. Me and Jack are going to be doing draft mode again for the foreseeable. And then when that's kind of comes to a natural end, we'll probably do like a final or something. We'll probably go do a network game. We were talking about it actually today. So we might do a network game after that and see how that goes as well, something a bit different. Because not many people tend to do them. Like, I don't know, draft mode and network games in general seem to be a little bit... it's disappointing. Oh, that would have been perfect. I think they're a little bit underplayed. So I think if you can encourage people, by doing, I think you encourage people to do themselves.
Yeah.
So that's kind of part of it as well. And hopefully I'll be able to do it with other people, not just Jack, because I'll be sick of him by the time I've done another network game. So. But yeah, I think the exciting times. I like part of it's the mystery of not knowing. Like I don't know what my next save's going to be. But I do know that my beta save for 2017 will be Leicester. So I've said that if they didn't get in the top 4, I'll do a Leicester save dressed as a fox.
Have you got the fox costume ready? Oh, come on! How did
I haven't, but I've eyed one up. It's terrible.
Where do you even get a fox costume? Amazon, I suppose, is where you get a fox costume from.
The internet's good for that. They've got a wide selection of fox costumes. Who knew? I never thought I'd have to say that sentence.
I assume it's going to be a fox costume in a Leicester shirt. That has to be part of the deal, surely.
I won't be buying a Leicester shirt. Maybe I'll make my own.
That would be even better. Oh, what's happened here then, eh?
I feel like I lose drafts all the time, so it's fine.
But I had Oliver Nord in the team.
Congratulations!
So, Thank you very much.
I feel like you scored 2 goals when I had Messi and Ronaldo at fullback, and that's hurt me.
Well, some might say putting them at fullback wasn't the best idea.
I mean, you did encourage it, so I'm not. I mean, you're not saying that.
Well, I thought it was worth experimenting with, and now we know the answer. About whether they can do it or not. So I think it was important. It was for research purposes.
Yeah. This has been a bit like a podcast, hasn't it?
It has. It's almost as if that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I like it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been very good. Thank you very much for coming on, Ben. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have some champagne. I think champagne is appropriate at this moment. That's been very good. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for spilling all that lovely information. It's been a pleasure, sir.
Oh, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do it all again one day. Who knows? Maybe we'll be seeing you in the FM League. Who knows?
That would be nice.
Who knows? You've said that very sort of.
Well, you didn't see the face I was doing to the camera. That was just for the people out there.
I equally thought a face, so what a moment that would have been.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it lost some of its impact. I took my shirt off when the third goal went in, so it looks a bit weird, if anything.
I mean, that's when the wife will turn off, I imagine.
Yeah,
not that he's doing it. He's doing this again. Oh, is that what he does in the garage? Blimey.
Yeah, well, she knows. It's when I walk out here in my suit at 11 o'clock at night. What's happening now? You massive loser. Oh, sorry. The internet told me to. That internet again. Right, I'm going to wrap things up because I'm just waffling now. So for those of you who have enjoyed this, make sure you pop a like on there. It'd be nice to get this episode up to lots and lots of likes. I want to do more of this stuff, getting lots of YouTube-y type people on. So if you've got anyone you'd like to suggest, pop that in the comments and I will put the feelers out and try and get them on. And hopefully continue my 100% record against people with more subscribers than me. I assume we swap subscribe accounts now, don't we? Is that how this works? We just exchange YouTube accounts? I think that was the terms, wasn't it?
I mean, I didn't realise it was pink slips, but yeah, sure. You can have it for the next 5 minutes. So if you can get a video and upload it ready.
Yeah, well, coming soon. I'm going to be. I'm the new Salford manager. I'll figure something out. Yeah.
I blame G for that. I don't know what she's done.
Well, you know. Thanks very much for watching, folks.